this is Daryl Harris, accredited mortgage professional at Verico OneLink Mortgage and Financial. This is segment 4 of Mortgage University. In this session, we're going to cover the estimated closing costs. I like to review this with clients before they enter into the home buying process. Keep in mind, this is strictly just an estimate. The lawyer will provide an actual figure for you. You will hear numbers like 2% of your purchase price you should set aside for closing costs. I like to actually itemize some of the items that you may be faced with. Number 1 is your legal fees. In the example I've given here, it's $700. In addition to your legal fees, there will be a cost for a tax certificate. In this example, it's $35. A tax certificate makes sure the lawyer would verify that the taxes have been paid on the property you're purchasing. If there's past taxes due, you don't want them to be your problem. The lawyer will also do a title search. That title search determines that the person that is selling you the home is actually the legal owner of the property. And if there is joint ownership, they both need to sign and accept your offer. There are other miscellaneous fees with the lawyer's office. Now, when it comes to property taxes are due in the City of Winnipeg on June 30th of every year. If the property taxes have been paid in full on June 30th by the people selling the home, if you take possession after June 30th, you may have what is called a property tax adjustment. You're reimbursing them for the property taxes for the remainder of the calendar year that you are in the home. In this example, if you are in the home for September, October, November, and December, the last 4 months of the year, the property taxes become due and payable to the people that you purchased the home from because they've already paid for the full year. You can then move on to pay property taxes on your own starting in the new year. There are basically 3 ways you can pay property taxes. The TIPS program is the tax installment payment plan through the City of Winnipeg. Some lenders will not allow you to go on TIPS. The second way is to have the bank, mortgage company, or credit union collect through your mortgage the property tax payment and then pay it in full on your behalf of June 30th of every year. The third way is to pay it in full yourself on June 30th. Most lenders do not accept this unless you have substantial equity in your home. Another closing cost is land transfer tax. Land transfer tax can be seen on this table. It is one of the largest costs that you will have in purchasing your home. This is included in your closing costs. The closing cost indicated here is $2,220, and that is a one-time cost to transfer the title from one person's name to another. There's also provincial sales tax on the mortgage default insurance. Anytime you purchase a home with less than 20% down payment, you will have mortgage default insurance. I will cover that in another segment. The provincial sales tax is 8% of the mortgage default insurance amount. In this example, it's $605. Again, one other item that could be coming into play is an interest adjustment. Basically, the lawyer collects 1 month of interest to deal with the transfer of the land or any delays that may happen with the transfer of land, and 1 month of interest is collected up front. In addition, there are some other costs that may come up. If you're required to obtain a new survey or zoning memorandum, that's an additional cost. On the offer to purchase, most realtors will write vendor to supply existing surveyor certificate and zoning memorandum. In these cases, the surveyor certificate is likely as old as the home unless there's been something major done to the home. The risk that you run as a home buyer is that that survey is not up to date. If someone's added a garage, a deck, or anything else that may change the property lines or anything that would affect the property lines, that can have an impact on your survey. A good option to cover that would be title insurance. For the extra cost of homeowners' title insurance policy of around $250, that will give you the peace of mind if a municipality or the city requires you to make changes to your property because of some deficiencies relating to the topics I've just discussed. In total, your closing costs generally will be up to 2% of your purchase price. Keep that in mind that you will need that money prior to closing. So when the lawyer sends you the final request for closing costs and the remainder of your down payment, that will be required. That concludes segment 4 of Mortgage University.